Before the goals, before the trophies, before the name shook stadiums around the world, there was just a boy, hungry, alone, and refusing to quit. There are talents, and then there is obsession. This is not just the story of Cristiano Ronaldo. This is the story of what happens when hunger refuses to die. He was not born into greatness. In a small neighborhood in Funchal, on the island of Madeira, a boy grew up in poverty. His father worked as a kit man. His mother struggled to provide. Life was not glamorous. It was survival. At just 12 years old, Cristiano left his family behind to chase a dream in Lisbon. Imagine that, a child, alone, far from home, chasing something nobody could guarantee. And it got worse before it got better. He was mocked for his accent. He cried often. He almost quit. Then came a moment that could have ended everything. At 15, he was diagnosed with a heart condition, a career-threatening problem, a life-threatening problem. Doctors told him he needed surgery. Most people would have stopped there. Most people would have accepted fear. But not Ronaldo. He had the surgery, and within days, he was back training. That is the first lesson. Pain didn't slow him down. It introduced him to his purpose. When he joined Sporting CP, he wasn't the best. He was just determined. Coaches noticed something unusual, not just talent, but obsession. He stayed after training. He trained when others rested. He repeated drills when others celebrated. There's a famous story. While his teammates slept, Ronaldo was practicing alone in the dark. Why? Because talent is common, but obsession is rare. Then came the breakthrough, a friendly match between Sporting CP and Manchester United. That night, Ronaldo didn't just play, he announced himself. Even the opponent players were stunned. So much so, they told their manager, "We need to sign this kid." That manager was Sir Alex Ferguson, and just like that, a teenager from a poor island stepped into one of the biggest clubs in the world. But here's where most people misunderstand his story. At Manchester United, Ronaldo was not perfect. He was flashy. He lost the ball. He frustrated teammates. He had talent, but he was incomplete. So what did he do? He evolved. He transformed his body, built strength, improved discipline, turned weaknesses into weapons. By 2008, he wasn't just good. He was the best. He won his first Ballon d'Or, scored 42 goals in a season, but success didn't relax him. It made him hungrier. Then came a new challenge, Real Madrid, the biggest stage, the highest expectations, the heaviest pressure, and one shadow above him, Lionel Messi. This wasn't just competition, it was one of the greatest rivalries in history. Messi had natural genius, Ronaldo had relentless work, two different paths, same destination, and Ronaldo chose his path every single day. He trained harder, ran faster, jumped higher. He turned himself into a machine. Look at the facts. Over 800 career goals, 5 Ballon d'Or awards, league titles in England, Spain, and Italy, Champions League dominance. But numbers don't tell the full story. The real story is discipline. Ronaldo is known for waking up early, strict diets, intense recovery routines. While others celebrated victories, he was already preparing for the next one. That is the difference. Success is rented, and the rent is due every day. Later, he joined Juventus and proved something powerful. Greatness travels, different country, different league, same results. Why? Because his mindset was stronger than any environment. And even when people thought he was slowing down, he returned to Manchester United, then moved again to Al Nassr. Still scoring, still competing, still proving. At an age when most players retire, he remains relevant. That is not luck. That is legacy, built on discipline. So what is truly inspiring about Cristiano Ronaldo? It's not just the goals, it's not just the trophies, it's this. He never allowed his starting point to define his ending. From poverty to global icon, from rejection to respect, from doubt to dominance. Here's the truth most people avoid. You don't need perfect conditions to succeed. Ronaldo didn't have them. You need vision, discipline, obsession, consistency, because talent might open the door, but work keeps you inside. Let this sink in. There were more naturally gifted players than Ronaldo, but there were fewer willing to suffer for greatness. That's why he made it. So when you feel tired, when you feel like quitting, when life tells you it's too hard, remember the boy from Madeira, alone, mocked, struggling, but still choosing to rise. Because in the end, greatness is not born, it is built, day by day, choice by choice. And maybe the most powerful lesson of all, you don't become Cristiano Ronaldo by wishing, you become him by working when nobody is watching.